Morning and welcome to Gulfstream today. Brian Nato with you here on a little bit of a blustery day here in South Florida, Hallandale Beach. Happy to have my partner Samantha Perry back with me, and also happy to be back on that beautiful firm turf course today as well.
Yeah, it is. We just got absolutely hammered last
Yes.
week with rain, but I think in hindsight it is a good thing to get the grass growing,
Yeah.
and it looks incredible. It has been and exciting for turf racing. That's all weekend.
Yes, we have a huge week. We're starting here, kind of a funky schedule here. Obviously, we're off Christmas. We all come back and race Tuesday. Our sister track at Santa Anita opens Tuesday as well, Boxing Day out there. But we have a huge weekend here at Gulfstream Park. We've already drawn Saturday, of course, and there's 4 stakes,
Yep.
2 graded stakes, and a mandatory Rainbow Six on the Saturday card as well. So it's going to be big balloons
Yeah.
here. Really difficult sequence. I know you already did the work too.
Yeah.
Very tricky.
It is. It is indeed, but a fun one, and
Yeah.
we'll be playing it.
We will be firing, and we have 9 for you today back on that firm turf course. In the Rainbow, it's already up to $250,000. So we've got a couple days of heavy lifting before we get to Saturday. But I'll tell you what, if nobody hits it in the next 2 days, the Saturday pool, especially because it's the winter, all eyes are on Gulfstream Park anyway, but there's not much else going on around the country. It is going to be massive on Saturday, but
Yeah.
like I said, we've got a few days to get there. We'll start on the 9 race card today in the opener. Early pick 5 has been, especially the days when we've been able to run on this firm turf course out there. The pools are going to be very, very big. We'll take a look at my ticket now. A little bit of a rework. I lost a couple picks today that could have been certainly in my mix. So it's a $48 ticket for me here in race number 2. The top pick is the 5, No Name Dude. In race number 3, down to the inside, I did lose a top pick in there, so I'll scratch in to tap in to your beer. In race number 4, the top pick is the 5. That is Marvino, first time starter. And in race number 5, 4 deep, that's a good one on the turf today, and I go to the long shot in there, Sergeant Molly. There was a scratch of a 30-1 in there, 20-1. You know that I think is going to help my. I
Yes.
think my horse might be loose in there, and we'll see. I don't know if that will affect the odds or not. But let's start it off here because we are on a firm turf course here in the opener. It's a maiden special weight fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, going to snappy 5 on the turf. We do scratch out the 1 Applause, and you've got the 3 Beachland on top, who tangled with Sickle Dance last time. You want to show this replay?
Yes, I do, because I think it's a good one to just kind of see how these horses travel. Now, 5-1, this is my long shot, and it might be a little bit of average shot. Beachland here, she just travels to me like a turf horse. She picks her knees up high. I think she'll really enjoy the surface switch here. You see Sickle Dance the 4 there running on as well. Both of them are long striding fillies. Sickle Dance, I think, just had a little bit of maybe a bit more fitness to her, I think.
Sure.
So Beachland, I think she's going to come into this race on a good one. Now, of course, with the 1 Applause out, I worry about the trip she's going to get.
Right.
Because, when you're drawing closer to the rail and the rails are at 24 feet today,
Yeah.
so I don't think it should make too much of a difference. But I just don't want her to get too covered up.
Ralph Nick's white hot to
Yes.
start the championship
Yeah.
meet, so you've got him in your corner. That's good. It's kind of a default pick to Sickle Dance to me. I like the turf experience.
Yep.
We're well drawn to the outside. We get IRAD, so you pay the price there. And then also, what do you do with Oolong High, who's run okay here in the past? She has got a lot of speed coming down from New York, and she used it last time and ran much, much better.
She did, and Johnny V will be able to work out
Yeah.
a sharp trip. He can read a form and see that he can get loose in here. It's hard because a lot of these horses coming from New York, I think, okay, I was not betting them in New York. I was
Right.
not including them in New York. What am I going to do with them here? I think, to me, she's a little bit of a fade.
Yeah.
She could win it,
I
and
don't-
it surprised me, but
I don't
you're doing the
necessarily
same thing. Yeah.
disagree. Good to see Mark Hennig's name back here in the entry box as well at Gulfstream Park, and Mark will win several races during the championship meet. Early pick 4-time in race 2. We're on the Tapeta, sprinting 5 furlongs. It's an optional claimer for the state breds, 3 and up. It is a clean race, and we'll take a look at Samantha's early pick 4 ticket now.
Yeah, let's see if we can get it worked
Whoa.
out. Yeah, you see the 5th race, I've not a clue. Race 3, I did scratch in to tap into
Yeah.
your beer. I needed a kind of a forced single. I really did like Don't Kiss the Minister, but of course that guy is out now. Tap into your beer. We'll see about this guy. And then in race number 5, I do have the 11 as my top pick, but you can see from my ticket there, I don't have a strong opinion. This could be an interesting one. Do I have your long shot in there? I hope
The
so.
6. You do.
Okay, good.
You're going to let Ipanema Princess beat you/us again?
Yes, I will do that again. Yeah, coming back quick. That filly left a bad taste in her mouth at Del Mar, and you'll kick me in the head if we get it again.
All right, the sequence, it's not easy here.
No.
In race 2, there are several different ways you can go, and you're going to go with Loyal Louis, who I've used several times. Actually, I used Loyal Louis last time. He ran fine. He struggles to get to the winner's circle, though.
Okay. I thought the same thing, and whenever I watched that replay again, at first my first thoughts were, okay, he was just a little bit flat, and I didn't really like the direction he was heading in, but he's going to get an absolute hellacious pace to run at, and he's drawn to the outside, and I think that's going to help him.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he's 4 for 42, but he fires his shot every time. He was not far behind Rolling On last time. I went with No Name Dude, who is... You said it perfectly. The pace in here is going to be hot. It's going to be contested.
Yeah.
It's going to be fast. This is just a huge drop here for Danny Hertak. I mean, I know he didn't do any running last time, but, I mean, Panther Island loves it to Pete out there.
Right. That was just that's a tough race. And you look back at his form, the last win he had was with Jose D'Angelo, but look at the races he's been running in. He's just been in way too tough.
Absolutely. And he finally gets some friends today. Not only is he dropping, he's in with Florida Breds today as well, and I think that could be very, very beneficial. Not going to fight anybody on Rolling On. He's the horse to beat, but he's going to really have to run hard literally every step of the way.
Yeah, that's the thing. And you have Louis Saez aboard. You know he's going to send this horse because that's going to be his best chance to win the race, but will it hang around late?
Yeah, that's the problem because there's speed to the inside, there's speed to the outside. The 3rd gets dinged a little bit with the scratch of the 3, Don't Kiss the Minister, at 6-5 on the morning line. 3 and up here is a 2L, 62.50 at the flat 1-turn mile, and no surprise that we both scratch into the 1. Tap into your beer.
Yeah, you know, this is a race where if you were playing a big ticket and you wanted to maybe throw the all ball, because they're kind of all about the same, at least figure-wise here. This horse ran a decent race last time, and Victor Barboza, I mean, yeah.
You know, if you're not familiar with Victor, he tied with Saffie Joseph Jr. for the trainer's title for the Sunshine Meet. He's not going to be anywhere close to the championship meet. He's going to pick his spots. So this is the perfect kind of example. Anything Victor's in, the horses are going to fire big shots, to be sure. I thought Tim Wayne ran pretty well last time to be second. Golden Skull was okay. And Shot Tin's supposed to be a little tighter second off the layoff, so food for thought, but you're going to have a huge favorite down on the inside to tap into your beer. So we've got 3 down on the Thursday card, 6 to go. When we come back, the Rainbow Six, $250,000, $250,000 in the gross jackpot guarantee. Stay tuned.
And they're off in the Pegasus World Cup. They're off in the Fountain of Youth Stakes. And they're off in the Curlin Florida Derby. White Arboreal almost home. And Nyquist is still unbeaten. Orb and John Velasquez have won the Florida Derby. Barbaro wins.
And there you have it. Northern Dancer will be the winner of the Florida Derby.
It's tradition. Every year, the stars gather for a spectacle. Stars of the racing world collide
What a sport! What a horse!
to cement their legacy in their quest for greatness. Bear witness as we raise the stakes and shatter the status quo. Watch as the brightest stars in fashion take the stage, and we forge unforgettable memories. Be part of this storied heritage. Revel in performances from the superstars of entertainment. And the unexpected awaits you at every turn. Join us in this unrivaling celebration, where champions ascend and legends are created. This is the Pegasus World Cup, where stars align.
And welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian and Samantha with you as we kick off this big holiday week here at Gulfstream Park. We'll race through Sunday. We'll take Christmas off, of course, and we'll be back with you on the 26th, also opening day at Santa Anita. We'll remind you of that plenty. We'll remind you also of a mandatory Rainbow Six on Saturday. Huge, but we'll remind you right now that today is $250,000. We'll take a quick look at my ticket, and if you've been following, which I'm sure you have been, the pools have been well past anything out here, so it's going to be a big one today. 2560 for me. I'll go 4 deep in race 5. That is my long shot, Sergeant Molly. In race 6, the top pick is the 3, Zozan for Safi. In race 7, that is the best bet of the day, Sir Ali. I think that's a good race to have a best bet of the day because there's going to be a lot of all balls, I think. You get a leg up to me on the wagering public. Lucky Curl in the 1 in race number 8. And then in race number 9, we go 2 deep with the top pick, the 7, Spirits Mischief for Wesley Ward, who has been very selective what he's been running so far and very lethal as well. It's a 2560, a little bit of a rework. Key scratch here in race 4. This is maiden 12.5s here, 3-year-olds and up at a flat 1-turn mile. Fast main track, firm turf course today, which we love. Antillion, the 1 out, who's favored on the morning line. Did you scratch into Ginger Snapjack?
I did.
All right.
Yeah, this horse, there are a lot of these, almost all of them.
Well, we can show the race, right? We're going to show it?
Yeah, we can show the race.
And
Yeah.
Ginger
Snapjack. Yeah, but Ginger Snapjack really didn't make a big effort here. He is the 1 horse, Ginger Snapjack, kind of in the back there. Prix de West, this horse is the 6 in the green silks there. This really wasn't much at all. It was probably better of the group, but of course Antillion being out, Ginger Snapjack is on the rail there. I don't know. What do you do in a race like this? It's just... It's tough.
This is a tricky race to start off a sequence because, let's just be honest, these are 12.5 maiden claimers.
Right.
You can't trust any of them. The horse to beat, I think, who we don't know how the heck Antillion came up with that race last time, he's out of here. They didn't bet Prix de West last time. That's a worry to me. The horse I always did have on top because we've never seen Marvino, and I don't know a lot about Greg Vians. He's down from kind of the mid-Atlantic a little bit, and he brings his jockey with him as well. Jason Simpson has ridden a lot for him with some success. There's plenty of works here. I don't know if this horse can run or not, but a couple of them are all right.
Yeah.
And this is, we say this time and time again, you hear Samantha and I say it, it's not a bad race to be a fresh new face.
No, it's not, because what do you have to run? Maybe a 50 first time out to get a piece of this field to win this group. So, yeah, of course, we're going in blind to this race. All the works, you can't see them. So, I don't know. I mean, you make a good point there. I don't know.
Anthony Thomas is going to ride the 6. Just, this is a tote board race. If Marvino's sitting up there at 12-1 in this race, that's not a good sign at all. What do you do with Honor Gold, who, if he somehow runs his best race, will literally lap this field?
He will, yeah.
I don't know. He was dreadful last time. Maybe the blinks settle him a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. This horse at least did show a little bit of effort. I don't want to say speed. I'll use that very lightly because that's not really what it was. The second 1/8 of a mile, he kind of picked it up a little bit. But I don't know. Jack keeps him in the same level. He doesn't completely give up on him. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. Any value you liked on anybody in here is out the window now, unfortunately, with Antillion out. Late pick 5 kicks off on the turf from turf course in race number 5. This is a good one here as well. Fillies and mares 3 and up. It's a starter optional claimer. Let's take a look at Samantha's ticket before we get into the body of this field.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this is the spread race for me here. Now, race number 6, I do have the 7, Bet It Go, 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 singled. Race 7, I took 2 closers. I didn't keep any speed. I wonder in hindsight if how good of an idea that was. You can maybe add a speed in there if you're worried, but I think it's going to be a quick race. Race number 8 on the Tapeta. My top pick is the 5, Nova Soul, but I do have a couple others in there. And in the finale, this is my best bet, Running Rocket. Got him home last time. I don't think I'll get the price that I did but trying the turf for the first time.
Brian Lynch, very live here to start the championship meet. No surprise there. He's got a shot in the stakes on Sunday. Brought back the Jerkins, which is great to see. Let's get into this race now. Here's the blanket from Samantha. My long shot is in here as well. Your top pick, good. We can show the replay as well. Don't mess with Tess. Going to have to work one out from the parking lot here.
Yes, and with the rails at 24 feet, I don't feel like it's a more difficult of a task as otherwise. We've got Miscreant in there. Don't mess with Tess, the Mike Maker trainee. She was a little bit, I think, geared down a bit more than maybe she wanted to be down the backside. Now, Miscreant, you see there, ooh, lots of trouble right there. That didn't bode well for her at all. I'm not saying she would have won the race, but she would have finished probably in front of Don't Mess with Tess. But here's the thing. Irad Ortiz, he can look at the form and think, like you said, your long shot could get loose in there. I've got a little bit of gate speed. I can just get out and get over, and we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I'm taking a shot with Sergeant Molly in here. This is a barn that wired the other day on the Tapeta, a total different set of circumstances, but did it with a Mesiel aboard. A Mesiel's as good a front-end gate rider as we have here. We are stepping up. We are facing winners, stretching out. You know, I don't see a lot of speed in here. I know a Mesiel will take the initiative. Now, Yoo-Hoo could have been, you know, to me didn't have a shot in this race. She's out. I think that really flatters my horse a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too. And, you know, what are you going to get from her? She's tried the turf before at Delaware, and it's not like she disgraced herself at all. She's got a little bit of upside at least.
Yeah, the 3 and the 9 are out. Excuse me on that. And you know, we both got the 11 and then the 8 as well. Winter Princess, hey, is interesting picking up Paco right coming down from Colonial. Hard to close ground on the Colonial turf course.
It is, yeah, and this mare did really well to do it. And Paco Lopez can get her involved early. This barn too, holy moly, just really firing hot to kick things off.
Steve Glaceris got Shasta Star home. What a cool horse she was the other day, down from our sister track at Laurel and Pimlico as well. The 6th race kicks off the late pick 4 here. It is a maiden optional claimer. We're going 5 furlongs on the Tapeta. 3-year-olds and up. The Florida breds do not have to enter for the $40,000 tag here. We do scratch out the 6 Secret Threat. I'm glad you're going a little different direction because I just kind of felt this was 3-4-4-3. Better go on the outside. Trying Tapeta for Mike Yates.
Yeah, and I've tried this horse all 3 times that he has run, but he's, like you said, he's going to try the Tapeta for the first time. He's on a very big son of Quintaros. He's drawn well to be outside of the rest of these horses here. Mike Yates, he doesn't completely throw the towel on him, and I mean, he is in for the tag here, but that's only because he is not a Florida bred.
Yeah, and this horse has run okay in all 3 starts. He hasn't threatened the winner in any of them, but he's also hit the board in all 3, too, as well. And as you like to say, and I've kind of come around to it a little bit, you know, if a horse is going to take to a surface, the first start is going to be the big one. So, you know, nothing clever with Zozan and Grimes. I put Zozan on top just because Grimes is going to be way over bet. We haven't seen Grimes since April either. I'm going to take a look at a stat here, too, and this is interesting. I don't like to get into jockeys' musical chairs, but Irad predominantly rides, you know, I'm not going to say first call, but he rides a lot for Mike Maker. They're almost 50%. Luis is 8% overall. Saya's down here. He's 0 for 14 down the Tapeta here at Gulfstream. Only 4 of them have been in the money. We haven't seen Grimes since April. Comes back for 40. You know, the Tapeta race, or the Tapali race, excuse me, at Turfway is going to win this, but are we getting it today?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question. This horse, with 6 starts already, the chances are adding up. And like you said, if you get that race 2 starts back, then you're golden. But look at the distance now. You're going from 6.5 to 5, and that's a big wake-up call. Yeah,
he's going to have to break running today for sure. Conversely, Zozan's going to have to hurry. But I do think it's worth mentioning that Safi ran this horse twice in open maiden special weights. This is a significant drop in class today. It's kind of one of those hidden ones, I think, a little bit that might get overlooked sometimes. It's a big drop in here. Race number 7 kicks off the late pick 3 here on the card. This is a tricky race, too. It's a starter optional claimer for 3-year-olds and up. It's a compact field of 6, but as you can see with our picks, you can go a lot of different ways. We'll bring up the replay and show the meltdown for Lightning Tones.
Yeah, things have to go his way, and there looks like there's some speed in this race, so we'll be all right. Now, Lightning Tones, wow, what an upset this race was, wasn't it? Mish was about 1-2 here at the top of the lane, and Lightning Tones somehow gets it done. I don't think he wanted to, but he did. But he switched into that right lead right then, and then he just comes like a freight train down that lane. I understand this horse is kind of a big stab here, but I think he'll get a pace meltdown.
I'm just laughing at the last line in my trip note. It says, way out of it, nailed him on the line. It happens sometimes. I mean,
It does. Yeah, it does.
Danny and Donna have done a heck of a job with this horse. They claimed him. He won a stakes race.
Right.
He needs the meltdown of all meltdowns. He will like 7 furlongs. I don't know. He was 27-1 last time. That's long gone today. This is my best bet. I don't know. Sir Ollie back for Bobby D off of freshening. He's not in for a tag. Certainly looks like he's working good. He's drawn perfectly as well. I kind of feel, Samantha, at the end of the day, he's just the best horse in here.
Yeah, he's going to have some company on the front end, though, and I wonder if that will kind of stretch him a bit thin.
It could. I mean, 7 furlongs. So the one's going. I mean,
right.
You know, this horse, this is a monster rising class, and Julie Stormfeld's done a good job here with what she's run. We're claiming off Amador Sanchez. We're right back on 11 days rest. And, you know, unfortunately for anybody who likes this horse, you get IRAD, so you're going to get an underlaid price.
Right.
He's going to have to run hard.
He will.
Yeah.
And he had to work pretty hard for that.
He sure did.
Yeah.
He was my best bet that day. He had to work harder than I thought he would have, for sure. Our buddy Jerry O'Dwyer's in here. This horse, I don't know if he's ready or not, American Pure, but he's got some run in him.
Yeah, he's a huge, huge horse. Just wait till you see him. He's been, he was working with Cook Creek and
who's in
today
or tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yes, I believe tomorrow.
Okay.
This horse is just so massive. He's going to need a big pace meltdown as well.
Yeah, he's with Lightning Tones early, and then we'll see what happens late. Jerry's coming back with Sibelius in the Grade 3 Mr. Prospector, looking to double up in that race. What a field that is. What a betting race that's going to turn out to be. Late double time. In race number 8, we'll go $170 on the Tapeta. These are 3-year-olds and up, $50,000. 3L or haven't won a race since June 21st. This is a good, tough, tricky group as well. And you will go to the 5, Novel Soul. Let's show the replay. You can talk about 5 Novel Soul, the 1 Lucky Curlin.
Yeah, Nova Soul was coming off a Grade 3 effort at Woodbine. Both of these horses were just kind of trailing late. I felt like to be up front was the better place to be this day here. Nova Soul's the 6. There you see Lucky Curlin. They're doing the best work that they can given the circumstance here. Now, like I said, they came from pretty far out of it. Lucky Curlin is going to finish in front of Nova Soul, but I do think that both of these horses can improve, specifically Nova Soul. What do we say so much? And I think that I kind of forget about this and maybe beat him up a bit too much last time. This was his first start off the Woodbine race.
Yeah, so here's the thing with Novel Soul. I think I made him 3-1 on the line that day. He was 3 for 3 on the Tapeta at Gulfstream Park. What did he go off at? 10. How did he run?
That was weird.
He ran about 20-1. I didn't think he was very good at all. Now he's in for 50. I don't know what to make of him. I thought Lucky Curlin ran a much, much better race. If you're not familiar with the race we just showed you, that's literally the best Tapeta race we've ever run at Gulfstream Park.
Yeah.
It was an awesome field.
Was, yep.
Sky Rover, Bry Lynch, Armstrong. You'll see him in the Tropical Park Derby to end that huge card on Saturday. They are coming out of the right race.
Right.
I don't know where Novel Soul's going. And again, now he's in for 50. It's why I went with Lucky Curlin in here. 12-volt man. What do you do with him? We haven't seen him since April. He's not really a Tapeta horse. He's dropping out of Grade 3s in for 50.
Yeah, I wonder about that too. I included in my late pick 5 because, again, we see this when the trainer has 2 in. Unless you have a really strong opinion. You
like to do that.
Yeah.
Edgard's on the 5. Edwin Gonzalez is on the 4.
Right.
You don't take it for what it's worth. I don't know, but it's a weird spot
Yeah.
for him to come back, and it is a good race. Very, very tricky field in there. That's a spread kind of race, especially this Rainbow today is not easy at all. The finale is a good one as well. We're on 5 furlongs on the firm turf course here for 2-year-olds, which it's an optional claimer, 75 and a 1X. We're going to go back to Running Rocket, who you got home last time, huh?
Yeah. We'll pull up the turf work of his as well because he works so well across the grass course, and he did win on the Tapeta last time to break his maiden. Here you see him. He is the Bay here, just cruising along. You see Tapatoro. This horse isn't much, but this horse just did this easy. This was a week ago. He set up perfect. He just cruises across the Palm Meadows turf course. He should have no problem here today.
You know, I think the good news for you is that I think you will get a decent little price on him. You know, you got Wesley Ward on the outside, my top pick, Spirits Mischief, who's on the turf at Churchill, ran very well. You know, he's been favored in both starts. Wesley's coming back here. He's only run a few, but everything's won, and he's been very live. Johnny V is there as well. And you got Irad on King of the Track, who's got grade 1 race on the turf. It was the only time he started. So, you know, maybe running Rocket. He was only 5. They didn't bet him last time.
No,
so maybe
they didn't.
he falls through the cracks a little bit.
Yeah, he might. And King of the Track, although has tried graded stakes coming, I think this is a bit too sharp, no, for this horse?
You know, it could be. He won at 5.5 on the Tapeta at Woodbine in August, and he was 6-5. It's Mark Cassidy, it's Irad, so they're going to bet this horse. But I don't disagree with Samantha in that this could be very, very quick for him, and that I think plays into the hands of a Spirit Mischief, who's perfectly drawn here as well on the outside. No Lasix for King of the Track either. Put that in the back of your mind. I know he was in the grade 1 summer. It was a good race, one of only a few grade 1 turf races. He was dreadful in that race. At 8-1, by the way.
Exactly.
It wasn't like he was 40-1. So just food for thought here. 9 of them for you before we leave you, though. Lightning round with a lot going on. As we always do, though, we'll take a look at the standings now to kick things off. And I think we're getting into the teeth now of the championship meet, and the dust has settled a little bit. And, you know, probably the cream is rising to the top here, and we'll take a look at it. And Irad is the cream. How about Paco, though? Man alive, has he been off to a torrid start?
He has, and he's on some horses this weekend that I think you could probably get some prices on. I'm not one to try to guess the odds. That's your job, buddy. But I think he can sneak a few in this weekend, I think.
He's got my long shot in the Tropical Park Oaks.
All right. Perfect.
Oaks in the Derby on Saturday are phenomenal. Actually, we're going to see Cairo Consort schooling behind us here in a little bit. Take note of that. Edgar Zayas, great to see one of the year. Edgar bounces around a little bit, but he's for the most part here on a year in year out basis, and great to see him on the leaderboard as well. Trainer standings we'll take a look at now. Safi's up there. Ralph Nix has saddled 5 horses, by the way.
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's incredible, everything that he's sent out. And it's quality, not quantity right now with his barn, and I think that's helping.
Yeah. We got to work on that picture. He's the coolest guy we have here at Gulfstream Park.
Well, he's got Sonny with him,
too,
there. That's his right-hand man.
That's cool. That's the right-hand man. I like that. Yeah. How about Fernando Abreu? Quietly, he's got 4 wins on the meet. Take note of him. I think he's got a couple live horses this weekend as well. Very sharp. Riley Mott coming down here, son of Hall of Fame trainer Bill Mott and Riley, in a very brief time period down here in Hollandale Beach. His first winter at Gulfstream Park has acquitted himself very, very nicely.
Yep.
Carlos David off to a good start as well. Hola. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I didn't even help you with this.
No, you didn't. That's what 2 a.m. lightning round will do to you. Yeah. Senior Buscador, he is here in preparation for the Pegasus World Cup. He got a breeze on December 18th over the surface. Just an easy breeze. This horse has been just about everywhere. He's well-traveled. This is for trainer Todd Fincher. And I've told you this. Todd Fincher, I met him while racing in New Mexico in Ruidoso, and he's got does very well there. He's always typically leading thoroughbred trainer. Now he's at Zia. This horse, this will be a fun one to watch. And Junior Alvarado was aboard there.
Junior Alvarado won the Pegasus World Cup last year. He's a cool horse. The winter I was at Fairgrounds, Todd shipped him in. I talked to him. He shipped him in for the Risen Star. Didn't go well, and then it went completely off the rails. We hadn't seen him for a long time. Todd has got him back, and he won the Grade 2 San Diego at Del Mar this summer. He's a really cool horse.
Yes.
I can't say enough about the jobs Todd has done with him to get him back literally as, one of the better handicap horses in the country. It'll be really cool to see him here in the Pegasus and to see how that race shapes up. But Saturday, huge day here at Gulfstream Park. We've got 4 stakes. The Derby and the Oaks on the turf are phenomenal. The Sugar Swirl is impossible. It's such a good race, deep and competitive. The Mr. Prospector as well. We've got today. We've got tomorrow. I think way over $2 million if we can get there.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a solid card, and again, they'll be firing on Saturday.
Yeah, racing
People,
off.
something about the holidays gets people gambling.
There you go. There you go. The racing office did a great job
Yeah.
with that card. There's AEs in both turf stakes. I mean, I think I've got 3-1 and 7-2 favorites, that kind of thing. Phenomenal betting race. Speaking of betting, your best bet today.
It's Running Rocket in the finale.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
All the way at the end. I like that. You got an anchor there if you need one. And
Yeah.
what could be a little tricky sequence. Me, I am, where am I? I'm Sir Ali. That's right. We're in the midst of that sequence as well. Long shot for you today?
Coming up in just 25 minutes, the 3-horse Beachland. It'll be an average shot.
Average shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Mine better be a long shot because Sergeant Molly should be 15 in there. She's looking up at a lot of these gals, but maybe she gets loose over a turf course, firm turf course.
Right.
Yay. Over a turf course that has played very speedy so far.
Yes, it has indeed, and we'll see what happens. That's my blanket race.
That is, and she's in there.
Yeah.
And Samantha will be on that turf course in about 17, 18 minutes. 25 to first post. The big early pick 5 is looming. Pete Aiello is upstairs with the scratches and changes. We're happy to have you aboard as we kick off a big holiday week here at Gulfstream Park.